Hello, hello. Streaming again. Here we are. Just me. That's okay. Those of you who don't make it to the beginning of the stream missed the awesome graphic I made that says Comics and Chaos. Not so much chaos, just mostly comics. Not a lot of chaos. Soon chaos. Comics now. Alright. So we're starting off tonight making a couple more of those comics digitally the way we did pen and ink from 2 or 3 weeks ago now. So this is the raw scan, and we will go from here and create something. Make sure I've got this scaled right real quick. No, way too high. Alright, we're going to go and put the border in. And the border is 7 points. Hey, looks like it's working right tonight. Fill that up. We probably need to fix the image first. So let's go to layer and levels, color levels, and let's back down this. That'll get rid of most of the scratchiness. Bring this back up to make it darker. Oh, that's much better. Alright, so we get a dark image, but we get most of the little crusty bits gone. Now we can start cleaning up that image. And we'll do it with an eraser. That's a good size. Get rid of the 2 registration marks, because for sure those are going to be in there. Looks like I've got a few spots that need to be cleaned up. We'll take a closer look, because this is definitely a smudge. One of my bad habits is not releasing the mouse button. So just come in here, put the original line back in. Alright, it's much better. Okay. And we got some little marks here to erase. There's one there. We need to extend out some lines too, so we'll switch over to black with a pencil. Soften the pencil a little bit. Come in here. Definitely too big. If you're watching this on the replay, thanks for watching it on the replay. Ugh. This one was dirty. Really thought I got this one cleaned up well before scanning it. Alright. Drop in that. And this side has a little gap. And more eraser. Another guy with bad hair. What we got here? We got our doctor. He's got quite a bit of noise in him. I would like to state for the record that I'm just trying to create the image of a doctor. And yes, after wearing a mask for more than a year, I know how they're supposed to look. And yeah, that's not it. Yeah, let's not cut the layer. That's a bad idea. And nobody was here to see it. Yes! I didn't completely erase my image. Of course, I have forgotten to duplicate the layer so I don't lose it, but that's okay. If it really gets bad, we'll just start over. Alright, got that drawn. Back into a little more cleanup. This is all good right here. No lines anyway. I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do a color select. See if we can get this. Sorry, let's do this. See if we get this right here. Go edit, cut. That's a little better. Okay. And now to eraser again. I definitely want to clean this up right here. Drop the brush down. Beep. And I always rush through the buttons, so they're never really good. In fact, let's fix that. Okay, so let's go. Let's cut that. And we will do used to know how to do this. Cut that one. I just got to hand draw these. Unfortunately, I'm doing it with a mouse because I don't actually have anything hooked up. I've got a Huion, but I don't have any desk space for it. Kind of wish I did. That would be nice to be working with. There's a better button. And the last button. There we go. Back to our eraser, because this is a mess and a half. For those of you just joining, I make bad art. Okay, let's see what we got here. That's not bad. It's not good. It's not bad. Two things I want to fix because I just realized I did them wrong. Okay, this is right here. This is here. I think what I was going for was the curled fingers. here. I don't know why I keep building them that way. Like that. And oops, not a paintbrush. Call that better than it was anyway. Not known for being a hand person. Alright. That hand is awful now. Oh. Tonight, we stress about hands. All right. So what I want to do is come out a little bit and down. Curl that in. That looks awful. Okay. Step back to slightly the original hand, and then we'll just fix this. Okay, good enough. Alright, and then we have to fix the lines at the bottom of the coat. Good. Touch up a little few more of these that I missed. That and that. Oh, and the balloon looks awful, but let's not worry about that. Off we go. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Select the invert of that and cut it. We're going to go to the border and select the border and come back to the main image and go select, sorry, edit, fill with foreground color. Alright, so now we got some solid borders. Oh, interesting, I ruined the original image. 1 second while I grab the paper backup. We'll set that right there. Is a reference material. Pardon my bad French accent. Okay. So, what do we want to do first here? Let's get some skin tones in, and again, like last time, we're gonna cheat. So we're gonna pick the skin tone here, come back over, and we need to select his face, Shift select the ears here and the arms. And then we're going to grow that by 3. Now I go layer, new layer, color. It's on multiply, which is what we want. And then we're going to fill with the foreground color. And there's the base color. Great. Now we're going to invert it. The doctor's going to be paler. So, doctor's, oops, back over here. Doctor's face, doctor's chin, doctor's here, doctor's hand, ears, and grow that. And fill that. Alright, so we got a couple of slightly different skin tones. I need a surgical blue mask. Reference time. Okay, that's not bad. That's not far off at all. Let's make it a little paler. Okay. Okay. So we'll go here. Whoops. Back to the main layer. Here. Always remember to grow the selection. And fill it. On the color layer. Oh, that's the cover layer. 3. The cover layer. Let's go ahead and hide the cover layer. It isn't actually, we'll just delete the cover layer. It isn't doing us any good anymore. Okay, so surgical mask. We can leave the coat white, but I don't want it to be white. So I actually want it to be just barely not white. Coat. Lapels. Back to the color. I should really remember that. Did it work? That's still too yellow. Fill with the foreground color. Alright, I like that a little better. Okay. And then his shirt doesn't really matter what color it is. Give him a bluish shirt and then pale it out. There we go. Okay, so he's going to need a name tag, which is one of the reasons why I didn't want the code to be perfectly. Go ahead and fill this in so his name tag is fine. Right to color. Select that. All right. There we go. Surgical hat. Probably should have done that at the same time. Surgical hat. sample the color from the mask. And did I grow that? Yes. Alright. That part's done. And now we need hair brown. Steal that from over here. Put that in. Select. Grow. Color. Alright. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to bring in highlights with a brush. Should be about right. And we'll bring the opacity down. And zoom him back in. It's awful, but that's why you're here. Okay. We've got hair. We've got a doctor. Figure out a shirt color for him. Maybe something green to draw your eyes to him. Green. Pure green. Dark green. Washed out dark green. That was the wrong keystroke. Okay. There we go. And we'll do standard blue jeans. So blue, dark. Okay. Now let's have some fun. All right. Make sure we're on the color layer. Oh, I don't like the way that's showing up. It should be darker. Make extra passes on it. All right, so let's find a good brush. That isn't monstrously huge. Alright, so we'll get this. Not bad. Alright. And then I want to do a new layer. Blood. And this layer is not going to be multiply. It's going to be straight normal. So if I drop blood in, as long as my opacity is good, which it's not, then we'll get nice blood spatters. Except I don't want to go over the black. Let's select the area. So let's go back to color. We're going to select the color range. Go back to blood. And now we should be able to just go... That's getting there. Won't zoom in as much this time. We'll take this entire area. And here's some along the edge here. It's one of those tragic math accidents. And then let's choose a different brush. That's horrifying. That's actually not bad. Pardon me. Okay. Yep, we got blood everywhere. This does look like a more serious accident. However, there's more blood in the shirt than on the arm. Back to the arm we go. Let's go ahead and just go with the color layer. Shrink this down pretty small. Just paint this thing red. And another blood drop. This, of course, reminds me that I have a date in my head in mind that I'd like to bring the comic back 100%, but I don't know if that's going to work or not. I'd like to bring back Halloween week. If you've ever seen that, that is, I just do 5 comics Monday through Friday, Halloween. In this case, I don't even have 5 comic ideas yet, so I might still launch the comic. I just don't know if I'll do a full Halloween week or not, which is my favorite week. Alright, that looks a little better. That looks more like a horrific triangle accident, you know, just ding ding ding, boom, your arm falls off. I was thinking about we put some blood on the doctor, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. Alright, so let's go back in and see what we can do. We need a good font. Nope, I misspelled something there. Now I gotta Google it. Hollistic. Okay. Okay. We gotta fix. Fix this. And do something artsy. Okie doke. Are you editing tonight or commenting on this? Okay, so I got our holistic ER sign. I probably should put some blood on the pants now that I think about it. You're avoiding editing and watching this. Well, I appreciate you watching. Alright. Back to ridiculous blood brushes. That looks appropriately grisly. Alright, however, I want to erase that. Back to a brush. Actually, this brush. And what am I getting you out of editing? Blood layer. Alright. That's better. Okay. That's gruesome enough for a punchline. One gradient, or do I need to make a break line? No, we'll do one gradient. So what color are hospitals? Because we do a really. Oh, I don't want to do blue again. A yellow. Do a super dark yellow. To a white. Maybe something a little different. Orange. Scary short stories. I would love to read those. That's going to cause a problem. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Nope. Alright. I do like the orange though, so we're going to switch that. We're going to do orange, and we're going to do a gray. And guess what? I don't like that either. So let's mess with this color. Just looks muddy. How many do I typically have? So there is always a border, there's always a color, there's always an image and a text. So the blood is actually an extra one tonight, so it's typically going to be 4 layers. This color should really be above everything else. Well, that just made it so much more horrific. Blood has to be on top of everything, so it looks like that. Okay. And then the border I can now get rid of because it's actually, I copied the border onto the image. But yeah, I always have to have those 4. For the comic, anyway. Alright, so now we need a comic font. And that is going to be... Gotta go back and find what I've been using. What am I using? Because I think this is the wrong font. No, that's Digital Strip. Okay, no, that's what I'm looking for. Digital Strip. I can never remember the names of these things. I have so many fonts. It's kind of an addiction. So that's going to look weird since it's all caps, so I need to figure out how to reword this. This may be too much. Okay. Yeah, I've got some fonts I don't know that I'll ever use. I keep buying. So this is Blambot, and I have some I bought from him and some that he gives out free for indie creators. So this is one of the. I don't know if I paid for this one or not. So Digital Strip. I just need Digital Strip bold. Just Digital Strip bold. Is that what I want? Nope. We might be exploring new font options tonight. Alright, let's see. It's going to be too thin once I get it brought down to look any good, so I need something slightly thicker. Kid Cosmic is a no. Oh, Letteromatic. Sheesh, I always forget about Letteromatic. However, Letteromatic is a very large font. do is we need to unspace it a little. And do that. Oops, a little too far. There we go. Might have to go back to that. I used to use this one quite a bit. Alright. And as we did before, we need to take it out of single window mode. No. Gotta find the other image. Where's the other image? Here it is. So we're gonna come over here, drag that layer into here, and then go back into single window mode. Throw that in. I couldn't tell you what they're using on there, but yeah, you definitely go over to this is Blambot. So Blambot has a lot of, this is a good font. There's so much good stuff on here. And this is a really typical old comic font. I think I've got that one. And some of them, you know, like this one's probably a paid font. No, this one's a nonprofits indies, $0. So yeah, that's a good font right there. And I hate to say it. Hold on, let me, because I need to bookmark this if I don't have it. I don't. All right, so we'll keep an eye out for that. I'll probably have to try that on some stuff. But yeah, this is a good one. This is actually Kid Cosmic down here, which is why I skipped across it, because I don't want to use the same fonts I'm using here. Although this looks small. I'm having all sorts of problems getting the sizing right since I restarted. There we go. That's significantly better. All right, and we need to go. Rough that down. Crop to selection. Save it. And it's done. One down. Alright. Let's get this out of here. Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Alright. We can kill that one. Comic number 2 of the night is the Jin Reaper, which really needs some serious help. Alright, so let's scale this. No, and that's hold on. Allow me to demonstrate. So there's a furniture chain called Oak Express. I don't even think they're around anymore. And I don't know if this audio is going to carry over or not.
Stop.
Let me see. So if it doesn't, just look up this holistic auto repair ad. Let me see if I can do this. Let me know if you can hear audio.
Whenever I stop, the car shakes. Now, a couple of days ago, I was coming down this...
Put your hand here. Brakes. Rotors. Calipers. It's the calipers, it's okay.
Roy! Calipers! Don't you want to take out some tools or something?
That's not how we do things here. Don't worry about it.
Roy!
And the tagline is, that's not natural, but Oak Express is. So, yeah. If you couldn't hear it, he was like, took the guy's arm out, and then he said brakes, pads, calipers, and that's when his arm went down. Oh, the audio is good? Excellent. Alright. Yeah, so I always get a kick out of holistic stuff, because it's like, yeah, what's that doing for you, buddy? Alright, so you talked about layers. Here is layer number 1. Here's the border, and we're going to border it up to 7. And we're going to fill it with black. Alright, so the main image... junk, still a lot of junk in there, and then bring up the black. There we go. Alright, and then the next layer, there is actually an additional layer that goes in here. I think we're just going to do it here. Alright, so there's an additional line that goes across here. And it needs to be exactly 7 pixels wide. And I need to, control it so it makes a perfectly straight line. And I don't think it came out the way I wanted it to. Okay, so this. It's a little thin. So let's try a pencil with 9. Yeah, that's probably going to work. Okay. View, zoom. So we're going to go here to here. And then back to the image. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Eraser, eraser, eraser. Yeah, it's not bad. Clean up that. And this is on the same page as the other comic was, so I clearly did not do a good enough job erasing. It's smudgy. It looks awful. Alright, while I'm working on this boring part of cleaning up, as I'm sure you're aware, Frankie, anybody who watches the VOD later or watches the replay on YouTube, that I found this cool art machine at one of our, locally, just found it locally. I don't want to give away too much here. Called an Art-O-Mat. And an Art-O-Mat is an old cigarette machine that has been converted to dispense art in the exact same shape and format that a cigarette pack would have been. So this is the kind of stuff you get out of an Art-O-Mat machine. nothing so cool. But people put in blocks, so they sell an MDF block that people do art on. So people put other stuff in there, so like this was kind of funny. And somebody, now that I know what this is, they had these whittles at the machine I was looking at. I was like, oh, I could have gotten a cool little whittled bird. Yeah, some of these are really cool. Like this person's doing painting all the way around on their block. This person did images on the front, and they have to be wrapped in cellophane. That way the machines can actually move them out and slide them correctly. Because that's what they're gripping with, I guess. This one was really nice too. But yeah, it's all sorts of all format art. And then these things are everywhere. So those are all the locations in the U.S. So no matter where you are in the U.S., you can find one. There's, in my neck of the woods, there's 5 in the metro area. There's even one down here at Ivywild School in Colorado Springs. University of Boulder has one. There's one out here at that's a library, I think. Hazel, I don't know what that is. Must be a bar. And then another art gallery. But yeah, these are all over. And I actually looked, because you can actually submit ideas to these, and you know, it's $5 for a piece of art, and the artists get $2.50 out of that. But there's all different kinds of old cigarette machines, and some of them are really cool. Like, I really like this one here in Utah. Anyway, come back over here. Back to actual art. So that was one of the problems I had when I was doing stuff, is I had no idea how to sell my stuff. Yeah, I have a book, but it never really sold. The only time I ever sold books was when somebody was standing right in front of me, and I just kind of gave them the cheesy grin when they were laughing and smiling at my stuff. They're like, oh, okay. Although some people were like, oh, that's cute, and then they'd walk away. But I never sold a single online physical copy. Sold a couple of digital ebooks. It's still up there. It's a $2 book, a digital ebook. It's not like it's a expensive thing. But it is just strange what people will pay for and won't pay for. Like, I have no problem supporting artists, so that's why I thought the vending machine was really cool. And it may have been, too, that I was marketing with the wrong group. I was part of an indie book group, because, well, it was a book. But that isn't really what I was doing. I didn't even really do well. I didn't sell anything at the mini, Comic-Con type event I had. It was at a brewery. But the weather was lousy, and the promotion was, like, last minute, so there really wasn't anything there. Did meet one cool guy and bought a book of his. He goes around and he has a sketchbook. And when he meets somebody new who's vending, trying to sell, he hands them a sketchbook and says, draw me something. So he has a sketchbook of all these different people and artists who have just sketched him something. And he designs... Let's see if I can find him. Let's go back to Amazon. I am not sponsored by Amazon. It's just easiest to find people's stuff. I must have the name wrong. I don't think I even have the book on my shelf right now, so I'll have to find that for another time. His stuff was really cool. It was an adult activity book. And some of it was really adult, which made it even funnier. Okay. And if you were here for the last one, when we do this, I really messed up the art really bad. And I was going to fix it. Whoops. Seriously fix it. So that's what we have to do today. So, fix that. There, so now he's kind of looking over his shoulder. That makes me happier. Not sure I'm entirely happy with the skull, but let's get rid of the ear and see if I like that better. Alright. Yeah, I actually like that. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch to clean up here. Of course, it would be onto the coloring part if it weren't for the fact that I did not erase my image very well. But yeah, so I've had no luck selling my stuff, and I think that's why most people do things like collectives. So if you think about it, that's all that Artomat is a kind of collective. It sits in one place, the art changes from time to time. Like they say on there, like, if we accept your art, you may be asked to do, 50 of them. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if I'm up to 50, but, that's a thing, I suppose. I have other friends who are like in a ceramics guild, and they do shows together to sell stuff, and that all makes sense. But in all actuality, unless I come up with a bigger format book, which I have toyed with doing a book of all my comics, there isn't really a place to sell my stuff. I could do... There's one comic book shop in Boulder that does commissions, and they have an indie rack. But that's still just somebody walking up and picking it up, which I did at book fairs, lots of book fairs, and it still didn't work. So, today's secret is this stream. So the idea being that not to generate sales, but to generate interest in the comic again. So I have a Facebook comic page that constantly gets likes on it. People are like, oh, I like this comic. A comic I haven't even touched in forever. So I think to myself, okay, so if I let them know I'm streaming, maybe they'll come over and stream. Maybe there'll be a connection made, and they'll be like, yeah, I kind of like this guy. I should follow his stuff more. I should show other people stuff. Now, it's a little hard right now because I only have you as the regular viewer. But we'll get there. We'll have other people show up. I'm also not putting the notifications out very early because I'm not in the best headspace tonight, so I'm not sure that I wasn't sure I was going to do this at all. Okay, I think that's enough cleanup. There we go. Oh, this bugs me. I wonder if I would like it better if I got rid of this line. So it's kind of all hood. Okay, I go back out to the full thing. Yep, I like that better. Okay, so more simplistic, and that's one of the things I always forget about comics is like you're simplifying things down to its barest point. So it's a bar, there's a bottle and a drink, and you would think this is a pickup line, but when we get in there, you'll see it's not a pickup line. All right, so gonna keep stealing from this image. Oh, we didn't shade the last one. I will have to go back and do that. Okay, so a couple of things we need to do before we get that far. Let's go to the border. Select the border. Come down here, edit, fill with the foreground color. Great. Layer, new layer. Color, and it's a multiply layer. Is my border on multiply? It is. It's not going to matter, but interesting. Okay. Color. So we can't really do black. So we have to hint at black by doing a very, very charcoal gray. And then we will select the Reaper. Grow that out. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to leave his face white. I think I'm going to go ahead and not do that and select this area. And we're going to go ahead and put a gradient in. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, grow this out. Doo-doo-doo. Looks like we picked up somebody else. Welcome to the stream. We're just making dumb comics tonight. And no, I'm not sure about that color. I can need something more neutral. So we'll go grays. Okay. Select the background. Oh, I did that on the wrong layer anyway. That's okay. It gives us a chance to start the heck over. Alright. That's the gradient's off. Hold on. There we go. That was what was having given me the problems before. Alright. Gradient. Alright, so we got a background, and we need to do pale yellow hair. I didn't close something. And oh, yeah, that's pretty obvious. All right. Get us a bigger selection area out here, and then back to color and stealing one more time. All right, what do we think of this? Better, much better. So I already had an image in mind here of it needs to be in this area, but really out here. When I drew it, I kind of had an image of what I wanted to do with the dress. Okay. It's derpy, but it works. Let's do... There's the bar. I think we're going to do a gradient on the bar as well. So the bar would be, let's say, lighter to darker. Helps if I have the right tool. Alright, lighter to darker, so we'll go here, go this way. Awesome. Now the boxes, whenever I do these, they have a different color. Unfortunately, I've used the regular color I'm going to use, so let's go for a straight yellow. And we'll grow that color. Edit. Okay. And then the tricky part. So when you're... Yeah, the background looks nice. So it's darker on his side and lighter on hers and gives you more of a sense of doom. Alright, we need her color, and then we need to wash it out. So that will be here. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's being distorted by the glass, so... And then, again, I'm doing it on the wrong layer. So there she is, bit of a wave in the image here. What's she drinking? Oh, that's right. So it's gonna be a clear drink, but it's gotta have a hair of color to it. And we can literally just paint with this. Surface is going to be a little more reflective, so we'll take that up to a whiter color. And do that. Alright, and then we need to go back to this brown, and we need to wash it out. For this area. And the background blue washed out for the other side of the bottle. And then we will darken it up. Oops. For the top. Hopefully that doesn't look horrible. That's not bad. Okay. Glass is going to be the same thing. So we're going to have this brown here. Then we're going to have this color here. If I had the right brush size. Dang it. All right. And then this will actually be lighter still. Pardon me while I get really bad at this. Just want to fix that. Alright, so we got our trappings. Now we need to shade this thing. Okay. Go with this white in the blue range to a gray. It'll actually start looking like something. Okay. And again, I'm on the wrong layer, which is why it doesn't look right. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. And then this is all shaded here. And we'll do a jawline shade here. Okay. I have to select all this. Okay. I don't like that either. Okay, we do want to do... Man, I just cannot pick the right layers today. Okay. That's better. Okay, so now it looks like death. And we can go in here and start working on her. Actually, let's do this. Start with the dress. So we want to start bumping that down. Grow out the selection. All right. And then we want to do the shoulder. And I want just a hint. This is a raised collar. And we will go for her face now. And select that, select that. Maybe a hair under the lip here, give it more of a frowny face. Eyebrow, eyebrow. And then we need a shade right under here. Give the hair some dimension. All right. Better. All right. Not bad at all. The items on the bar need a little bit of a shade, but we have to do that localized because I have to make sure I get the right color. All right. We're getting to the punchline, I swear. I have never accidentally hit cut so many times. And I lost my color. Yeah, I'm not trying to rush the punchline. But it's also super boring sometimes watching this. That's okay. Alright, Death's got shadows, she's got shadows. We're going to go back to single window mode. And we're going to select this image. Where is it? Here we are. Okay. Drop that over, kill that. Don't need that anymore. I'll have to fix that in a second. Okay. I think I've made this box too big, but that is okay. Alright, so as we were doing before, we are going to go ahead and do a different font. And then we need a different font altogether for the caption box, and I honestly don't know what I'm going to use. I do not remember what I used to use. Let's try this. That's too much. Okay. Oh, that's right. I picked up this font. Alright, so now the cover layer can go away. Ooh, that was bad. Just do this the old-fashioned way. Tadar. Okay. Drop in that. And that's one more done. Oh, we need to go back and shade the other one. Otherwise it won't quite be done. Save it. I don't know, maybe I do have some Halloween ones. Both of those are kind of scary. Yeah, I'd rather meet the Gin Reaper than the holistic doctor. Absolutely. So let's do this. Let's close everything. Let's open up this one again. Yeah, that's definitely need to do some stuff on this one. Yeah, let's not do a 104-point brush. Let's use a thing a little more reasonable. So when we get this one done tonight, we will be 4 comics in, which makes me really happy. Yep, that's better. Alright, we need to select this green and dial it back down. If I could pick the right layer tonight once, I would be happy. This side's pretty easy. This side, however, I'm not going to be able to shade it without ruining all the wonderful blood work we've done. We can, however, grab this and quickly do that. Okay. That's better. Oh, I want to do one more. Oh, I missed a spot. Yeah, it's not happening. I'm not selecting the correct layer at all tonight, so that's okay. Now that I know that I'm doing it. Okay, I already did that. Okay. Alright, yeah, that definitely was missing shadow there. Okay. This doctor here. Bring him down. Let's start on the face. Alright. Start here. This will be a heavier line. Again. All my light always comes from the right hand side. I don't know why, it just does. I think, did we get that? No, we didn't. Okay. Grab that. There we go. Alright, and now we can darken that. And I'll start putting some shadow here. So there'll be a shadow on the lapel. Across the shoulder. There'll be an additional shadow under the lapel. These are in the light, they won't have shadow. Let there be a shadow on the side of the arm. And there'll be a shadow on the coat from the arm. Tapering off. And then, oh, wow, I completely missed that. Okay. And the same thing, we need to go here. Oops, that is the wrong slider. Alright, so we want the hand and the hand. And then just a little bit where the coat comes over. Okay, yeah, and that always just makes it so much better. Even my awful, awful hands. Now it looks like the coat has some dimension to it. Okay, let me make sure I haven't done anything wrong on this one. I do not think I have. That is 2 down. How long have we been streaming? Ooh, quite a while, hour and a half. All right. I may call it there. So we'll do this again next Sunday. Hopefully I have some more. Maybe we'll have all the Halloween ones ready for next Sunday. Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do next Sunday. I have plans that night. So, if I post something, you'll see the splash screen that comes up on Instagram, Facebook, hopefully Twitter. I always forget Twitter. I'll let you know if I'm streaming next week, but I don't think I'm going to be streaming. So, don't worry about that too much. I'll try to find another time. I need to do some of the actual where is it? I need to do some of the chaos part because I keep doing the comics, but I haven't been doing the chaos, and I need to do some of the chaos. So maybe during the week I'll find a time to stream a game or something, get my mind off what I need to be doing. But anyway, thank you all for popping in and watching. I think we're going to call it there. One thing I wanted to note, I do have these little alerts at the top of the screen here, and I just haven't figured out how to get rid of the last 2 ones, so I'm not expecting donations, and I'm not an affiliate, so I can't even use cheers yet. So I'm hoping by next time I'll get those erased. Just have last follower here and last subscriber here. But I don't need subscribers either for that matter, so just followers. Followers are great. If you haven't followed if you're new here, and feel free to follow, keep track of what I'm doing with the comics. And I appreciate you being here. We will do this again, and I'll let you know when we're doing it. So if you want to look up my stuff, I've got Twitter, and the comic is on Instagram. If you want to see all the old comics, they're there. And then this replay will be available on YouTube as well as the VOD here on Twitch, but it'll be permanently available on YouTube probably by tomorrow. I may try to do it tonight. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.